What's up, everybody? Welcome to Mindful Reality TV from a mental health perspective. I have a small break in between my clients. I have some more to see in the afternoon. I had some that I saw this morning. So I'm just chilling a little bit right now. Hence the reason why I'm in my chilling phase and my chilling pose. So I remember after season 24, I was like, you know what? Based on my experience, I am not going to talk about the showmances, the potential showmances, and what I think of whether they are going to succeed or fail, what I'm seeing from them. But then I was like, you know what? I didn't actually lose anything by talking about that showmance. It kind of went exactly the way I thought it was going to go. And I actually had more viewership during that time, anyways. So it is what it is. I have no reason to withhold my thoughts about what I think about anything that goes on in the season, whether it's players, casts that I like, casts that I don't like, showmances, whether I think they're going to succeed or fail, whatever. I have no horse in this race. I have not gotten an interview from any of these people in the last 3 seasons. I got a couple interviews, but it was not from recent season people. And I sure asked them, and they all said, "Talk to CBS, talk to CBS." So I reached a breaking point in my head at a certain point where I was like, "Who cares about CBS? I watch your show. Yes, I give you the viewership by tuning into your show, but you don't do anything for me. So I have no reason not to speak my opinions." Hi Lisa. Hi Midas Touch. So in viewing Cam and MJ romance, you know what? I was actually on Facebook a second ago. What is this? Hold on. You guys ready? We got Leah, and that's MJ. Hold on. This is probably the same thing that you're talking about. It's like Leah and MJ and Cam. Uh, okay. Yeah, okay. Um, all right. That threw me off a little bit. But anyways, if their season is over, there should not be any reason why they can't interview with you. Thank you. Um, I don't know if you've been on this channel for a while or if you just got to this channel. I interviewed Hannah and I interviewed Alyssa Lopez, both from season 23. But I interviewed them 2 years plus after their season was over. Oh, I interviewed Turner from season 25. That is the only person that I ever interviewed that was from like an active season was Turner from BB25. So shout out to Turner for that. But anyone else that I asked, they were like, "Oh, reach out to CBS production," and they gave me the email and they told me what I have to say to CBS, whatever. And I never ever heard back from CBS ever, not one time. The one I saw was Cam and MJ talking behind Tucker, and it's probably the same one. This is just a clip of it. The clip was like somebody posted it and said Tucker being messy. Um, yeah, but anyways, that's off the agenda. So what I was gonna say, yeah, Yeah, what I was gonna say was that basically I saw the post interviews with Cam and the post interviews with Chelsea, and in both of their interviews, so I think the Sharon Tharp one that I remember from Chelsea, she was like, "We're gonna continue to be friends, and we're gonna continue to crack jokes about each other, and we're gonna continue to rib each other, and we're gonna just be the great pals that we've been, and we're still just trying to reacclimate to being humans in the real world. Like that's the biggest thing right now." And when they asked Cam, when MJ asked Cam, not MJ, when Sharon asked Cam the same question, he was just like, so the way that she actually phrased it was more like, sometimes y'all give brother sister vibes, sometimes y'all give more than that vibes. Which one of those is it for you? And Cam was basically like, well, you're right. Sometimes it's all those things. Sometimes it is brother sister vibes. Sometimes it is like flirtatious vibes. And I don't know yet. We're just trying to figure that out. Hi, Marshall. And when I heard that, I was like, there's a lot of friendship being thrown around in that. And I know that you can say, oh, some of the greatest relationships are built on a friendship. That's true. Sometimes good relationships are built off of friendships first, but it's rare, in my opinion, for people to experience the friendship vibes early on and then for something to just switch and flip. And I tend to feel like even if they did happen to be like, you know what? Let's just try to see if this romance thing can go anywhere. I just feel like if it's not organic, it's just not going to be that. And I don't think that it's an organic thing from a relationship standpoint. Plus, even though Cam was kind of joking a little bit, I forget who told me this yesterday, but somebody on the channel was like, all jokes have some kind of, they stem from some kind of truth. So when Cam was saying, oh, I'm going to have to review the tapes and see like what was being said about me by Chelsea in the DR. Could you see him looking at all those things that she was saying and being like, I want this person to be my girl? Is it possible? Maybe, but I think that he would be like, I don't like that. I wouldn't like it personally. Morning, Cass. Morning, Ma. So, if I was to make a guess on whether they were going to succeed or try, even not try, but whether I think they're going to be some successful relationship outside of the house, no, that's not what I think. If they happen to become that, that's cool. But I get heavy brother sister vibes when I watch them interact. Heavy, 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 heavy brother sister vibes. It doesn't look romantic. It doesn't look like there's that type of romantic chemistry. I will say, as a disclaimer, I have no horse in that race. I don't care either way. It's just an opinion. I could come back and sit here 6 months from now and be like, hey guys, I was terribly wrong. Doesn't make a difference for me. It's just an opinion. But I will say, in the 3 years that I have been giving these opinions about these relationships, I have never been wrong. And I'm not saying that I will never be wrong, but I will just say that to this point, even the people that the fandom found my page and flamed me about, I was right. Talk I people ask me like, "What do you think about Kyle and Alyssa? What do you think about Taylor and Joseph? What do you think about who else? Blue and Jared?" Maybe the one that I was wrong about. Actually, I take that back. There might have been one that I was wrong about, Corey in America, because for sure I did not think that that would still be a thing right now. So shout out to them. So I guess I do have a record of however many that I was right about and one that I was wrong about. So that's the one. Tasha will be devastated. Did you think that Rabina was a bit standoffish in what video? The thing about Tucker, I don't know what video you're talking about, but the thing about Tucker is that Tucker is actually like a larger than life personality, and Rabina seems to have a fairly big personality as well. But to be Tucker, I think it just cut off. But to be with someone like Tucker, you have to be comfortable with being in the background because that's just what it is, honestly. Because when I saw Tucker at that party, people have been asking me, is Tucker the same outside of the house as what you see in the house and what you see on TV? Yes. I mean, I don't know how Tucker is in obviously in a quiet moment, like if they're out on a date together or if they're in the house together and whatever. Like that could be a different Tucker. But in terms of in the public Tucker, because I felt like that event was kind of an extension of Big Brother, like what you saw of him on Big Brother. Everywhere he moved in the room, the the crowd just because at one point I was standing there and he was nearby and there was a huge crowd around. Then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, how come there's all this space around me? I see that Tucker had moved to the back of the room. And I'm like, oh, okay. So the people just love Tucker and and when I saw him do his exit interviews, he was just like, yeah, well, I'm gonna take her on this date. You know what I'm saying? As long as I'm with her, you know what? And I was like, is there ever a time when you're off? But maybe he's off when the cameras are off. Maybe that's when he chills. Maybe that's when he's like simmers down a little bit. It's posted in Discord. Let's see what is posted in Discord. I probably won't even be able to find it. There's a million threads and a million there's like a million different things to look through before I can find something. Oh, here we go. I'm actually able. Oh, it didn't load. What's going on? Trying to get in the comfort of the home. Oh, it's a whole 9 minutes. Sorry, I can't put it on. It's a whole. All right, what is this? Hold on. All right. I wasn't gonna win. I think Gunny has to be the last. Sorry. Chelsea's drunk. Tucker, shut up. You're right. What's that, her mom? Oh, that's not her mom. Is that her sister? Oh, that's Blue? You guys see the cutest person ever? Because I do. Oh, hi, Rabina. Hi. Thinking about you for a long time. What? Oh, you love me. I love you too. Interesting. It's you, motherfucker. That's all I'm saying. Okay, they got Excuse me, I'm sorry.
Anyways, seriously, MJ is my oh look. The fans are real. I'm great. Seriously. His ass was out because of me. I beat him and I changed my Corona. Oh, especially my Uber's here. I gotta go. Oh, I gotta go. Give me hugs. Got it. Oh, so proud. You guys don't get it now. You crushed.
I love,
See me.
y'all love each other. That's all good vibes. Yeah. It's like watching a college frat party. This is funny. Oh, here's the part that Lisa's probably talking about.
I'm Kay and Leah. Man, sorry, Cam and Leah. Traffic. Story. I figured what your Joseph stick would be if you had it. Yeah, no, we're out here. Hey!
He said Cam he said Cam and Leah still happening.
Yeah, that's all he needed. He did great. He just needed a little luck. Saying, Cam just needed a little luck. Got a big ass. Fucking small. Okay, let's go. Everyone just wanted to end saying hi to you. Hi. Hey, guy.
Yeah, that's interesting. That's interesting. All right. Okay. Yeah, it looks like her. Honestly, I'm not really that interested in the BB in the off-season content, but that was kind of funny. Which is people are probably like, but you go to events. I'm like, yeah, I like it when I'm there, but I don't really care when I'm watching it. It's like when they were talking about BB 24.5, I'm like, I was done after 24. Chada Scatum. I'll just call you Cha. Hi Cha. Hi Lewis. Hi who else came on here? Chiricity. Took her all over him. And Cam isn't even paying attention. I said this before, but I feel like if Chelsea was never in the house, he would have gotten with one of those two for sure. Truthfully. Hey, Chocolate. Angela and Brooklyn were making caricature of chips together. I thought of that. I was like, Chada, Hannah Chada, the goat. Even though Hannah, if you ever see this, which I'm sure you will not, but if somebody happens to do me the favor and clip this and send it to you, which they will not, we still got to get you back on the channel. You committed on video, so you have to be locked in. Okay, what is coming up here? All right, all right. How y'all doing? Yeah, so I guess the long story short of whether I think that is going to be a thing a year from now, no. I think that they are going to be cool. I think that they are going to be friends. Matter of fact, I went on Cam's Instagram yesterday. If I can find it, I'm probably not going to. Oh, I can find it. Okay. Right. I went on his Instagram and it's just like, matter of fact, let me not play the music and get this video demonetized. But there is music playing in the background. Why does it show like this? It's him after Big Brother. And I think he's gonna go back to doing what he was doing before, except now with a bigger following, more popularity, and I think that she's gonna go back to doing more of what she does. Do I think that they're gonna make an attempt? It's possible. It's possible that they're gonna make an attempt and be like, let's see what's there. But it would not shock me if they don't also. I didn't get to watch the finale because I had a scheduled dinner with my coworkers. Did you get to see it later? It is all Cam wanted. He wanted some more followers. He wanted to boost his brand, which I'm sure he did. Cam's cameos when he comes out are probably going to be like 75 bucks. I bet you his cameos when he gets on Cameo are going to be priced higher than Chelsea because it's not based on when you get out of the house, it's a whole different ball game. It's not like your popularity and your booking fees and stuff like that are not based on what position you finished in the house. It's based on your personality, your following, that kind of stuff. Because I had show winners like I think when I got my cameo from Xavier, no, that's not a good example. There was somebody I got a cameo from that had won a show, but the cameo rate was much lower than I thought it would be. Oh, it was John A. They went to Denny's. I mean, it's possible. I just finished watching Cam's interview with Big D and Hannah and Tiffany like called in by phone. It's so funny listening to him because they were basically asking him like, in what way do you actually think that you could have beaten Chelsea? And then he was just like, well, I manipulated her moves when she was HOH. I manipulated many of her moves. He was just like, Chelsea, for an example, did not want to get out Quinn, and I influenced her to get out Quinn. Chelsea did not want to get out Rabina because she wanted an all girls thing, and I influenced her to get out Rabina. And I'm like, you spoke to her. I'm not gonna say he had no influence in those decisions, but he would have gotten beat unanimously by either one of them in a final. I figured out the winner by accidentally coming onto YouTube. When I see Big D interviewed MJ second, oh, okay. Tucker also said that getting him out was T-Core's move in the same vid. Oh, okay. It's funny that a lot of people attribute getting Tucker out to themselves because what's her name? Chelsea credits herself for getting Tucker out. Not that it really matters because I think the position of where they got him out, I think getting him out before jury made it way less of a resume builder. Like Michael, for an example, who had so many comp wins and stuff, they got him out in jury. So it was a huge thing to put on your resume because it's like, it's not like, oh, further down the line, he was going to be a person that was going to win. It was like, there's only a few people left, and he's a short winner if he makes it to the end. Or he's a likely winner if he makes it to the end. I wouldn't say a sure winner. Yeah, I don't know what. It's funny listening to him explain his game because in his head, it really sounds like he felt like he was building a resume in his head while they were showing us him like swatting flies. I mean, the one thing I'll give him credit for is I didn't even think he knew what was going on in the game. I really didn't. So at the very least, he seemed to be aware of what was happening in the house, but in terms of his influence on that, I would say everything that he did was for the benefit of himself. Getting him out was his own fault. How many times did he think he could volunteer for the block was going to work in his favor? Are you talking about Tucker? Because if so, we know that Tucker was not really that interested in staying in the house. I even asked him that directly when I saw him, and he was super good with being out of the house. Like he's been living his best life for like 40 plus days. He's been living his best life outside of the house, campaigning for AFP, winning himself nearly as much money as MJ, who had to stress over it for like a few more weeks than him. He got to be with his family, his friends, the fans, all of that. They had a Big Brother 26.5 where he reconnected with Cedric and all these other people, Brooklyn, Kenny, Matt. Cam was the most non-problematic male in the house, in the BB house. Well, I don't think Cedric was problematic. I don't think that despite what Angela said, I don't think Matt was problematic. I don't really think there was really that problematic of a male on the season, to tell you the truth. I mean, there's rumors of things that Tucker said, but I don't know. They still seem to like him after the show, so couldn't have been all that bad. But I don't think we had really had problematic males on this season in general. Now, if you want to say the most calm or the most like nonchalant, yeah, he was definitely extremely nonchalant. Yeah, all the problems actually, like most of the stuff that was going on in terms of like beef and stuff was with the women. This was a women's season. The women were the better players. The women were the more dramatic players. The women were, I think, in power more than the men. Yeah, I mean him. You could say him, but how was Cedric problematic? How was Kenny problematic? How was Quinn problematic? My favorite parts of Cam on BB. Yeah, that was cool, but I could I'm not this is a maybe an unpopular thing to say. I could have done with Cam with or without being on Big Brother, to be honest with you. Um Cam on like the challenge or something like that, I could see that and I would enjoy that. He said that he would like to be on the challenge and I would like to see him on the challenge. But in terms of like he said they were asking him, "Would you ever do Big Brother again?" I was like he was like, "Yeah, yeah. I would love to get cast for Big Brother again and I think that I could win." And I was like, "Please don't cast him ever again. I don't want to see him. I don't want to see him on Big Brother." Don't misconstrue my comment. I'm not saying I would not like to see him on any TV show. I'm just saying specifically, he's not the type of person I want to see on Big Brother. For like CBS casting, I'm sure that it's like, hey, if the worst thing you can say about him is that he was boring, we're good with that. Like we're cool with that because Jared was Jared was the opposite. Yeah, that was the most excited that we saw him all season, probably. Quinn is problematic for being in my dreams, unwanted for so long. Joseph's mustache. I really want to elaborate on my comment, but I'll keep to myself. My comment is not for everyone. Moving on. And win what? Cam on the challenge would be great. No, this is an illusion. This is an optical illusion. You are really dreaming. Cam is gonna end up like Tyreek or something. You know what's funny? I wish Tasha was on here because I would tell Tasha, imagine somebody who says they couldn't win Big Brother competitions because of back issues and injuries, saying that their next thing that they want to do is the challenge, where people are literally like falling off of 30-foot platforms in the air and picking up these heavy things, hall brawls. Like, I think that that's confirmation enough that his back issues from college football are just an excuse for why he was losing. But I think he would be automatically better than Tyreek because I think he would be automatically better than Tyreek because he would have a better social game. Tariq. I think his name is Tariq. Tyree. It's not even Tyreek, it's Tyree. That's why I was getting confused. It's Tyree. There's no K at the end of it. He would automatically be better than Tyree because people like Tyree's social game was terrible. I think Cam would have a much better social game than Tyree. But I would like to see him on there. I would like to see MJ on there. Out of this season, Tyree, MJ, Tucker. I would like to see Tucker on the challenge. That would be interesting. Why was Chelsea telling MJ she didn't know what she was gonna say in her speech? Um, because she was gaming her. In the interview that I saw, I think that was also Sharon Tharp. She was like, "Oh no, I think it was Kat Dunn. I think it was actually Kat Dunn's interview with Chelsea." And Kat was asking her about that exact thing. Like, when you were telling MJ that you didn't know what you were gonna say in the speech, was that true or was that not true? And then Chelsea was like, "Girl, you know that was not true." Of course, I knew what I was gonna say in my speech. And she was like, MJ should have known, based on knowing me for all those days, that I never come into anything unprepared. So for sure, I was very prepared. Tyreek is somebody that only Cass knows that was on the challenge, apparently. She sprinkled a little extra game on their chocolate. Chelsea had a game hiding in everything she said. And one of the most clever things that she did, the fact that MJ actually used some of the things that Chelsea told her to use in the speech, and then Chelsea had counterpoints to the things that she fed MJ to say in her speech, that was amazing. She already chose her for the final two. Head still in the game. All right, everybody. I can justify an hour break during the day. I still have about 40 more minutes. No, not 40 more minutes. My counting was way off. 24 more minutes. And I'm going to use those 24 minutes to eat and relax a little bit before I hop out of the house for my next visit. Uh, I want to catch up on Survivor, but it's been difficult. I could probably catch up sometime tonight, hopefully. But please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Hold on. MJ family and friends are gonna tell her about themselves when she gets home. Where are we at? Where are we at here? Let me see what clip I can drop here.
Shout out all my dogs at the crib. 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 Shout out all my dogs at the crib.
You are now tuned in to Mindful Reality, the channel that covers reality TV from a mental health perspective.
What's up, family? It's Mimi from Big Brother Season 25, and you are now tuned in to Mindful Reality with Mark. I need for y'all to stop what you're doing and make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe because the math ain't mathin', okay?